very top, and thank everyone. We're super excited. It seems like over the last 7 to 10 days, the Slammiversary promotion is really began to build, and we're looking forward to this Sunday, and celebrating our 15th anniversary. A lot of you callers, I know, have been with us since day one. Obviously, there's some new folks, but I just want to give a little background on how this teleconference came about. When we signed up, got to be a part of Slammiversary, I thought he was actually joking when he said he wanted to do a lot of media, because Scott, at times in his career, hadn't always been media friendly, but he was dead serious. But he said he only had one caveat: he gets to do it his way. So I'm going to bow out of this conference. I think sometimes his media sometimes goes off the rail, a little bit uncensored, unbarred, and that's what this call is about. But Scott has been an integral part of Impact over the last 15 years. Obviously, we have a personal history that goes back 30 years, but Scott was here, part of the Main Event Mafia, had many contributions over the years. So at this time, I'll sort of turn it over to Ross and Scott. But again, thank everyone. Looking forward to the show on Sunday. And again, I cannot thank all you guys for it enough. And I hope this conference call goes as well as everyone hopes it does. And I think that has multiple meetings. So again, thanks, and looking forward to this Sunday.
Thank you, Jeff. We're going to open it up very briefly for a comment from Scott, and then we will, of course, open it up for questions. Everybody is muted at this point. I will, at that point, you'll hear an option on the phone. It's *6 and then a 1 if you have a question to ask, and then we'll get the question. Scott has limited time today, so let's please, one question per person. We're going to try to get through as much as we can. Scott, the floor is yours. You got an amazing match. We're looking forward to it. You and Josh Mathews against Joseph Park and JB.
Ross.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Listen, you know what? Some people, when I talk and do these interviews, I say, I wake up, I swear I'm in a good mood, and something happens, it pisses me off. I've been called for 10 minutes, and now I just get to the phone. What's wrong with this, man? Why you make me wait 10 minutes?
Well, we're done with the 10 minutes, and we're moving on, so let's talk about
see now, yeah, but you just snapped, man. It's like, I'm not, go ahead. It's like, you frustrated me calling this number 515 over and over. Now I'm back on, now you piss me off. No matter what happened, something pissed me off. You started this interview on a wrong foot. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm not joking.
I apologize, Scott. Of course, no harm meant, but let me just ask you about your match Sunday at Slammiversary, teaming with Josh Mathews against JB and Joseph Park.
Yeah, somebody's going to get punched. Maybe all three of them. Josh Bash called me up. Want to know if I could do what I do best, beat people up. The money's right, so I said yes. And that's the way the ball got rolling.
You know, I was curious, if I could ask you,
put it.
In your list of topics that you chose to discuss in this thing, you brought up your hatred for Jeremy Borash. Could you explain that?
It's not a deep-rooted heat. I just look at the butterball, and it's like, when I do my interviews, it's like, I speak the truth. I hate fat asses, and Jeremy's put on some weight. It's disturbing. It's not deep-rooted, but it's like, it's hard. It's still a time where I just bitch slap him. That's about how much hate it is. That's enough full place punch. It's a bitch slap, Jeremy.
No, that sounds like sure he's looking forward to that. Scott, I'm just going to put you on hold 1 second. We're going to open it up for some questions from the media, and again, you'll hear the option on the phone. It's *6 and then a 1 if you have questions, and we'll go rapidly through them.
Q&A session has started. To ask your question, please press *6. to ask a question, please press 1 to add yourself to the queue. Otherwise, press 2. Your request has been received.
In the press release that was given, you mentioned that you were going to talk about all things Waffle House. So my question to you, actually a two-part question. One is, what is your favorite menu item at the Waffle House? And second, which do you prefer better, the Waffle House or Cracker Barrel, and why?
Well, I think that was just put out like Waffle House. I think that was just like talking about food in general. Because, you know, that being on the road, that's one of the hardest things to do is find a good restaurant. And, Waffle House is one of the most reliable, better restaurants because it's open all night and it's pretty reasonable, in and out real quick. But if I go there, I usually just get eggs, hash browns, smattered, covered, and smothered. And Cracker Barrel is great also. That's another favorite stop. And of course, you know, I own a Shoney's now, so I've made that, you know, great American food. That's one of the reasons why I got into opening up Shoney's, is because I want the option, you know, for the people going down the highway, because I'm right off the Highway 75 and 277, have pull up real quick and get something to eat. So that was mainly one of my reasons why I started it, to have good food. And I mean, there's a lot of good restaurants, but it's hard to find them when you're traveling so much. So that was one of the reasons why we're talking about Waffle House and some of the restaurants that I've always stopped at when I was been on the road for the last 25 years, 30 years.
Hey, Scott, thanks for taking time out to talk to us today. You've been in this industry for years. You've seen it all. What do you think it takes to make it in professional wrestling these days, and to what do you attribute your longevity?
Well, it takes a combination of a lot of things. Timing being one of them. Having a good presence, having the it factor, having, looking good, and, in-ring ability, and luck has a lot to do with it also. So, I mean, not everybody starts out great. It's a process that takes years to perfect, and it's a profession that you can always get better at. So, I've been fortunate starting out where I did. I first started out with Dick Bruiser up in the Detroit area, right after I graduated from Michigan, and then went down with Jeff and Jeff's dad and Jerry Lawler, and started out of there, and then from right there went to NWA with Ted Turner.
Meet, if you'd please introduce yourself and your outlet when you ask a question for Scott, that would be appreciated.
Hey, Scott, Ryan Bowman from thegorillaposition.com. Thanks for your time today and for a lot of years of great memories. You've been beating up people and winning championships for a long time now. Now that you're in Impact, you've already been beating people up, or are you thinking about maybe another title run while you're there?
And I just focus, one punch at a time, one match at a time, hurting one person at a time. So as far as looking ahead, I really haven't gave that much thought. But, anything can happen. It's like right now I want to reach through the phone and grab Ross's neck for making me wait 10 minutes to get out of the line. So anything's possible. Piss me off, things happen.
Hey, Scott, Mike Johnson from PW Insider. Hope you're having a good day.
Hey, what's up, man?
Do you feel vindicated by the fact that you're in a prominent position on the Slammiversary show, given all the legal issues that went on between you and the company when Dixie Carter was the owner? And do you feel like that bad blood's been settled since she's pretty much out of the company, or is it still piss you off, the whole situation still piss you off?
Well, I think anybody that saw it was a joke. talk the truth about Hogan.